Hey, I'm Roland with Mobile Geeks, and we're right here with Samsung at the Samsung Unpacked After event at close to 12 o'clock. Now it's 12 o'clock in Berlin, Germany. And we finally got our hands on time with the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. And what we're going to do right now is compare it to its smaller brother, which is the Samsung Galaxy S4. The main difference, that's for sure, is, as you can easily tell, just the size. So this is a 5.0 inch Full HD Super AMOLED screen, and the Galaxy Note 3 has a 5.7 inch screen with the same resolution. They're both Super AMOLED. We don't know yet if the Galaxy Note 3 has a Pentile or RGB matrix. I can tell you that you can turn them really, really bright, because as usual on Super AMOLED you can do that. The Samsung Galaxy S4 is running the Snapdragon 600 at 1.9 GHz in this case, whereas the Galaxy Note 3 actually has the Snapdragon 800 with 2.3 GHz in there. There's also an option for the, as on the Galaxy S4, for the Samsung Exynos octa-core. I think it should be the new one, the 5420 on the Galaxy Note, whereas the Galaxy S4 has only got the 5410. So those are actually octa-core chips, but you only get the 3G version with those. If you want 4G, you can only go with the Snapdragon CPUs. The devices actually pretty much look the same, except for a few design changes. The Samsung Galaxy S4 has more of a rounded design, while the Note 3 keeps the same elements, but actually has a more square design, but that's basically due to the screen size, and as they want to keep the Note as small as they can, they probably opted for this square design. It kind of looks like a Galaxy S2 in my mind, actually. But if you look on the back, you can actually see another big difference. Samsung is using a new pattern on the back that's supposed to feel like leather. It's actually just a plastic cover. They actually even have those stitches on the side here. They're using this design on the bigger Note, on the Note 10.12 nowadays. So they've switched that, while the S4 still has this glossy mesh back on its rear, which really attracts fingerprints and sometimes to some people feels really cheap. So they're fixing that with the Note 3. Another difference is that the S4 only has 2 gigs of RAM, and the Note 3 is actually upping this to a whole 3 gigabytes of RAM, which is the first in mobile phones so far as I know. Both devices share the same 13 megapixel cameras on the back, so you should be able to do pretty much the same videos with both devices. As far as I know, only the Note 3 is actually capable of doing 120 frames slow motion videos in full HD capability, but I'm not really sure about that. Another difference is because of the size. This one only has a 2600 milliampere battery, while the new Note 3 even has a huge 3200 milliampere hour battery, which should last a bit longer, but it's also running at a higher clock speed. Up here you see a micro SD card slot, and as you just noticed, you have a removable back, although the device is only 8.3 millimeters thick, which makes it just a tiny bit thinner than the Galaxy S4 itself. It's not really, you won't be able to tell that from looking at this on the camera, but let me just assure you that it's about 0.6 millimeters, I think, thinner than the S4. And let's get to the final and biggest difference, which is the stylus on the Note. Samsung has actually integrated a couple of nice features on the software side. So you can, for example, just write a new message here and hover above and get this tiny icon up there where you can just open this and write. And they put in a couple of other nice pen features where you can actually multitask using the pen and all that other kind of stuff, which we're going to show you later in another feature video. This has been a quick comparison of the Galaxy S4 and the Galaxy Note 3 from Samsung at IFA 2013. I was Roland with Mobile Geeks. See you later.